of legal and illegal. Belly button is the line. Anything below that is a low blow. If you're hitting the pants, the blow is not.
If he's a true religious man, he should come out publicly. I'll have more respect for him if he come out publicly and say the truth. I cheated. There's no different from him to a drugs cheat. He cheated. He knows.
This wasn't just a call-out, it was a declaration. Oleksandr Usyk looked into Daniel Dubois' soul and said, forget the ring. Let's go now, no gloves, no rules, just raw combat. That's not posturing, that's a man who's been through war and is ready to do it again. And the way he says bare fists, you can feel it, Usyk's not bluffing. He wants smoke, not sport. And while Usyk's words were still ringing, Carl Froch jumped in with a breakdown that added even more fuel to this already burning fire.
I'm ready one fight and tomorrow. And the rematch. And the street fight. I'm ready.
Bare-Knuckle.
Tomorrow, maybe right now. Not boxing gloves, but it's...
Carl Froch calls it like it is, and he's spot on. That shot was clearly low. Dubois didn't land some fight-altering body blow. He landed a foul. And yet people acted like Usyk was faking it. Madness. If that referee had counted, Usyk would have risen, no question. That's the difference. Dubois threw a borderline cheap shot. Usyk absorbed it, recovered, and still finished the job. That's levels, pure heart, pure warrior spirit. But then Gareth A. Davies stepped in, and he had a few things to say about how that controversial moment was handled by the officials themselves.
Felt like you land a shot on here, this is a good shot, it's a body shot. The referee didn't do that. Bottom part of the glove was on the actual shorts, on his scrotum area, really quite low, too low really. So it was a legitimate low blow. Had Usyk been told that's not a low blow?
Gareth A. Davies lays it out with that signature bluntness. The ref had the final say and called it a low blow. End of discussion, right, but even Gareth seems baffled by why there was no point deducted. And that's the problem, it's not just the foul, it's the fuzzy officiating. But through all that noise, Usyk stayed composed. Meanwhile, Dubois gets treated like he was hard done by. He wasn't. The truth's in the reaction. And speaking of spin, just wait till you hear what Frank Warren had to say, rewriting history with a smile on his face.
Referee ruled it was a low blow, so it's up to the referee to rule that. We don't know where he ruled the line in the dressing room.
At the rules meeting,
the referee has said he ruled that a low blow. I don't know why he didn't take a point off though, that was odd. Or even two, because he was warned.
The promoter talk. Frank Warren calls this Dubois moment to make history, to flip the narrative and take revenge. Sounds nice, doesn't it? But let's be real, folklore isn't built on low blows and quitting when it gets tough. Usyk's the one writing history, he's the one who's gone through fire, not fiction. Dubois can have his second chance, but don't sell it like destiny. It's survival now, and Usyk's already smelled blood. Now let's just transition this all to the Canelo versus Crawford fight, because if Usyk handles Dubois again, it sends shockwaves far beyond just the heavyweight division. The 19th is a chance.
Is a chance for Daniel Dubois to go down British sporting folklore and to go and do the business, reverse that result.
Amir Khan's backing Dubois here, calling him a beast and insisting he's learned from his mistakes. But let's be honest, this isn't about learning. It's about surviving. Dubois didn't just lose to Usyk, he was outclassed. His confidence got shattered, his game plan crumbled. And when his best punch didn't land clean, he had nothing left. Amir says he has the tools, but tools don't mean anything when you're standing in front of a man like Usyk, who dismantles your plan piece by piece. This isn't just physical, it's mental. Usyk mastered the psychological edge. Calm, composed, calculating, Khan is giving Dubois hope, sure, but hope alone won't stop Usyk's rhythm. Dubois may look like a machine, but the last time he entered Usyk's matrix, he short-circuited, and just when you think Usyk's dominance is limited to the ring, Aegis KMA steps up to reveal how far his aura has truly spread.
Beast, he's a good fighter. He's a hard fighter to beat. And I think he'll learn from the mistakes he made in the first fight against Usyk, and it will give him a hard fight. Look, he has the tools to win that
Aegis
fight.
Clemis isn't exaggerating. Usyk really has taken over the UK hearts, and it's absolutely wild. A foreign fighter walking onto British soil and getting more cheers than the homegrown heavyweights, that's legendary, but it's not just about wins, it's about how he wins. He carries himself with grace, he fights with pride, and he gives fans pure, high-level boxing. Dubois, on the other hand, still has question marks hanging over his name, and now with Wembley hosting this showdown, the pressure's flipped. Usyk will walk into that stadium like the adopted son of the UK, and Dubois, he'll be the outsider in his own country. That's psychological warfare of the highest order. No boos, no hate, just a crowd roaring for the man who earned their love. That alone tells you everything, but if you're thinking the support alone defines this fight, Carl Froch brings in a more grounded view, and his take might surprise.
Right now, I believe Usyk has more fans in UK than any of the other UK fighter. And I think Wembley was the very good choice to do it.
Carl Froch is being honest here, calling Usyk the clear favorite. But he still throws Dubois a bone, calling him a different machine. Let's be clear though, machines can be reprogrammed. But instincts, that's where Usyk reigns supreme. Froch is trying to find a balance, respect to both sides. But deep down, even he knows, Dubois is swimming in dangerous waters. You don't get past someone like Usyk just by being better than last time. You have to be special, you need the engine, the brain, the timing, all of it on point. Dubois might have improved, sure, but Usyk isn't the same either. He's even more polished, more ruthless, more in control. Froch says it's a fight Dubois can win. And technically, yes, anyone can win, but will he? Not if Usyk turns up, even close to his usual self. But then comes the voice of true greatness, Lennox Lewis, and when he speaks on champions, it's worth hanging on to every word.
There's a different machine.
Self-confidence will be...
And time waits for no man, as the saying goes. I just think that this is a fight that's exciting. It's a good fight. You've got to make Usyk the favourite, but it's a fight that Daniel Dubois can definitely win.
Yeah.
I don't think.
When a man like Lennox Lewis backs you, that's not small talk. That's royalty recognizing royalty. And Lennox is right. Usyk has already done what most fighters only dream of. He's climbed every mountain, beat the bigger men, silenced the doubters, and stayed undefeated, doing it all with class. Lennox talks about pedigree. And that's exactly what separates the greats from the pretenders. Dubois is still building his foundation. Usyk's already living in his empire. This isn't about hope, it's about identity. Usyk isn't trying to be champion, he is champion. And when Lennox says he's going to do it, it lands with weight because Lennox knows what it takes. The mental grind, the sacrifices, the cold focus under pressure. He sees that in Usyk. That's not a prediction, that's a passing of the torch. But then comes the promoter's view. Eddie Hearn chimes in, and as always, he's got business and strategy on his mind.
Not an easy task, but he's definitely the man that can go through with it. He's done the work, he's gone through the pedigree, and he's a certified champion. So, I think he has big hopes on doing it.
Eddie Hearn keeps it neutral, classic promoter talk. He gives Dubois a shot, notes the excitement, and calls it a fight he could win. But notice the language, not should, not will, just could. That's the sound of someone hedging baits. And rightly so, Dubois has had inactivity, mental battles, and question marks around his grit. Usyk, he's had world-class opposition, momentum, and uncheckable focus. Eddie knows that this isn't just another heavyweight clash. This is a moment of truth. You can't fake it under the lights with Usyk in front of you. And let's not forget, Dubois was already found out once. The mental pressure of performing under expectations is brutal, and if your last reference point is a failed Parker fight and a loss to Usyk, you're already starting behind. Eddie's trying to sell hope, but even he knows the real danger lies in thinking Usyk's just another name on a contract. He's a puzzle with no blueprint, and Dubois still hasn't found the first piece. And just when you think the takes couldn't get stronger, Dave Allen jumps in next with something brutally honest.
I shot in that fight. It's a good time. I mean, a little bit of inactivity because of the fight falling through against Joseph Parker, but you know, it's exciting. And I think
Dave Allen knows what it's like to be in the ring. And when he says Dubois is scary, you listen, but let's not get too carried away. Yes, Dubois might be more powerful, more aggressive, maybe even meaner, but Usyk doesn't fear danger. He disarms it, he neutralizes it. Allen calls Dubois dangerous, and fair enough. Any heavyweight with a punch has danger in his gloves, but Usyk has made a career out of walking through danger and breaking it down. There's nothing Dubois can bring that Usyk hasn't already seen and overcome. Dubois was dangerous in the first fight too, but danger doesn't mean dominance. It's not about how hard you can hit, it's about what you do when your big shots don't work. That's where Dubois failed before. He got frustrated, he got desperate, and he got outclassed. So sure, he's more dangerous now. But that just means Usyk's challenge is greater. And if history tells us anything, it's that Usyk loves when the stakes go up. And just when you think Dubois might land that, one lucky shot, Dave Allen returns, this time with cold sparring room truth.